Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Now today we're gonna play d4. Now I usually don't play d4, I usually play c4, the English opening, but you know, why not to try something else? So okay, let's play c4 and we have the Queen's Gambit declined. Let's play knight to c3 here and he plays c5. That's the Tarash, and yeah, you usually get isolated pawn positions from this opening, because you know, when you take, he takes and everything comes out, usually there is an isolated pawn on the white side or on the black side. So okay, now let's see how I want to continue here. Okay, so let's play e3. It's not the only option, I also had the option of maybe taking on c5, but okay, I decided to play e3. Which is also fine, I think. He has the option, of course, of taking everything and leaving me with an isolated d pawn, which I'm not afraid of. But okay, he doesn't do that, and he plays knight f6. Now I'm going to take on d5 and see how he recaptures. If he takes it with a pawn, we can then also take here, and he has an isolated pawn, which, I mean, okay, he does it, and I think this is just fine. I'm just going to capture here on c5, and I'm fine with his isolated pawn. It's not scary or anything, if I play correctly. But okay, let's just develop our knight to f3. Okay, he plays bishop to f5. Okay, not a problem. And now let's just develop our bishop to e2. And we have to keep an eye on the move d4. This is always this pawn break that the player with the isolated pawn wants to do, to just get rid of his isolated pawn, and also to get, after the recaptures, to get a powerful piece on this central square. But of course, right now, if he does it, you know, in these kinds of positions, I always have knight to a4 attacking the bishop, and he would have to move or something, and this pawn would be less protected, and I could just take it. So okay, he plays his knight here, and let's see. If I castle, and he plays this move, I can play this, and when he moves away, so I don't know where he wants to move, where he moves away, I can just take the pawn and I'm a pawn up. So let's just castle here. He still can't play the move d4. But okay, he plays a6, preventing my knight from jumping there to this d4 square. This is a nice move, but okay. Now he maybe can play this because he can go to a7. Okay, let's see how I want to continue now. Well, I think we're gonna play b3. Maybe he has a chance of playing this now. I'm not completely sure. But if he doesn't, then okay, we play bishop to b2. And we're just in time that after he plays this, we can play this. He moves and we have enough attackers of this d4 pawn. Okay, so he decides to jump here with his knight, which doesn't seem scary. I don't know why he does that. I can just put my bishop on b2, and I don't know what's the point of this move. Actually, like, okay, he can jump here, but after rook to c1, what is he gonna do? I mean, I'm just going to take this knight. Okay, I'm going to go for two pieces for a rook. Okay, he knows that it was wrong and he backs off, but I think this time here was crucial, and that I can just I can just take this pawn maybe. Yeah, let's just take the pawn. Well, the point is, of course, that we're attacking this bishop now with our rook after he recaptures. So yeah, we just win a pawn here and also get the bishop for a knight. We also have the bishop pair. So yeah, moves like this that he played here like knight to b4, then moving back, are really a nonsense. Okay, so he wants to take back. Okay, why not? Let's see where he goes now. Well, he obviously has to take. Okay, he doesn't take. Well, okay, we can just let's just give him another take back. Okay, he just wants to give his queen away in one move. That's just pretty bad. Let's see if he can find a move which doesn't blunder anything immediately, like a queen or something. It's really funny how he just blundered this. Okay, let's just recapture a bishop now. We're also attacking this pawn here. So yeah, he castles. And yeah, now what I'm going to do is well, let's see now. We can just play this move, I think, queen to d4, with a threat, of course, of mate in 1. He has to stop it. Of course, if he moves there, we just take a free bishop. So if he plays f6, then just bishop to c4 would, you know, probably just win a piece. After bishop to e6, a3, he has to move. We just take a piece. So he has no chance here, I think, and his pieces are very loose. His king is also weak, and yeah, he just went wrong with this knight to b4 business because he doesn't have so much time. So okay, he just blunders a mate in 1 here. Well, that's pretty bad. I wanted to see how the game would continue here. Okay, he wants a rematch. Not now. Good game. Well, the problem here of his play was... Okay, let's just go through the opening here. I play d4, I usually don't play it. And we got to this position, and he played c5. And I play e3, knight to f6, and we just went straight to the isolated pawn position. Which I think it's quite nice to play with white. And okay, I just developed my pieces, we both did. And in these isolated pawn positions, you always have to keep an eye on these d4 pushes, because black really wants to do this in these types of positions. So I think I did that well, but yeah, after b3 maybe he had an option of playing it. I would have played knight a4, attacking the bishop. He doesn't have time to take or anything because his bishop is hanging, so he would just have to move back. Yeah, and after that, I would probably have to take here. I'm not sure. We're going to check it out with the computer, but let's just see what was his mistake here. Of course, knight to b4 is just nonsense. I mean, he wants to jump here, but okay, what's the point? I'm just in time with bishop to b2, so that after he plays knight to c2, I can just play rook to c1. And if he castles, for example, here, then I'm just going to take the rook, take 2 pieces for the rook, which is a very big advantage. You know, usually 2 pieces are stronger than a rook. So yeah, this wasn't great, and he just moved back. He just wasted a lot of time here, which gave me time to consolidate my position and just punish him. As you can see here, my rook is on the c file. You can see an unprotected piece here, which is a very, very important element in chess. So I just took the pawn here on d5, and I'm attacking the bishop. I'm attacking here the knight 2 times. It's just a very nice position for white here, as you can see. He recaptured. I just took a bishop, and still his pieces are hanging. He hasn't castled yet, as you can see. He can't move back or anything because his bishop here, his bishop here is loose. I have moves like bishop to c4, activating my pieces with a very big advantage for white. So here he castled finally, and after queen to d4, a very nice move, creating threats. And yeah, I mean, he just blundered a mate in 1, but I think this is just over for black. So let's just jump to the analysis board to see if the engine agrees with me. And okay, let's see the evaluation here. After knight f3, bishop to f5. First of all, let's see what was with his moves like c5. I played e3. The computer says I should have taken here and played knight to f3. Yeah, that's pretty logical here, because if he wants to take, then he has an isolated pawn. I think that's pretty nice for white. And otherwise, we're still gonna take here, and we can maybe even flank out our bishop if we want. So that's actually what I usually play. But okay, here I played e3, not a problem. Normal move. He played knight f6, and yeah, we kind of went into an isolated pawn position. It says it's equal, but I think yeah, both sides have some play. Here I should have played bishop to d3 or something, but I think bishop t2 is just normal. So okay, everything is great here, everything is great. But after b3 we wanted to see if this move is possible. Well, computer says it is possible, but it's better to castle, as you can see. Because of knight a4 he has to move. And what is the point now? We can take, he recaptures, and bishop to b2. Yeah, okay, I mean, it's a pretty equal position here, and yeah, we maybe shouldn't allow this. And instead of b3, well, computer suggests knight to d4, after which if he takes, recapture, and we both have an isolated pawn, which looks not what I want. I just want him to have this isolated pawn, and I want to play against it. So here, well, I don't know if we can even stop d4, but yeah, maybe with b3 it was the best. And knight to b4, you can see the bar, it's like +1. It's just not a logical move. After bishop to b2, he has the castle. Okay, he played knight to c2, and yeah, he should have played knight to h4, because this bishop here runs out of squares and he has to protect the knight. If he takes the rook, we just take a bishop, and we're also gonna get that knight, and this is just a winning position for white. So yeah, this was the move, but I played a rook to c1, and okay, the computer suggests to take here and play this kind of a position. Still better for white, but yeah, computer wants him to play this. But okay, he just moved back, which is, again, it was just a waste of time. And yeah, computer also agrees knight takes d5 is a very great move, and it's like +3 or +4. You can see that such a waste of time with knight moving here in the opening, in the middle game, can cause really big problems. He's already losing here. After he took, I just took the bishop, and he basically has nothing to do. He castled, and again, queen to d4, a very nice move, like I said. The computer suggests queen to f6, and it's just losing because, yeah, of course, we can just take here, for example, and take the queen. This is just, we're also attacking the bishop, and that's just completely winning, of course. We have an extra piece and an extra pawn. So yeah, this was a lesson on how to play against the isolated pawn and how not to play with the isolated pawn. You know, you don't want to waste so much time with the moves like knight to b4. They just don't look very great. It's just, it doesn't do anything. You have to castle and develop, you know, some initiative, you know, put your rook on the e file, put your knight here on e4, trying to get some play. But yeah, just knight to b4, just wasting time, and again, undefended pieces, another very important theme. I think that this was a pretty instructive game to see how to punish the mistakes made by your opponent, and I really hope that you learned something from this game. If you liked the video, please subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next video.